What's going on, everyone? Dave here. Today we are diving into 10 fragrances that just dominate the cold weather. These are strong, powerful fragrances that are going to have you smelling great. And a little bonus tip, number one on this list today may just be your number one signature scent for the wintertime. So if you want to find out more and see what made the list, stay tuned. Let's go. Really quick, before we dive deep into this list, guys, don't forget, if you enjoy today's content, to drop a like on the video. You can hype the video as well. I appreciate those that who have been doing just that. Leave me some comments down below if you've tried any of these fragrances, or just let me know which fragrances on this list sound most interesting to you. With that said and out of the way, let's get into the first fragrance from a small, lesser known niche brand, relatively new to the fragrance game. This is called Clove of Old, and it is by Jensen Fragrances. Guys, this is a powerful, bold, spicy fragrance here. You have a host of spices. Think culinary spices. You have nutmeg here, cinnamon, clove, Timor pepper. You also have a bit of tobacco, caramel. And what I like about this on the dry down, amongst those spices and those light gourmand touches, you have a bit of oak moss here and also patchouli, making things a little bit earthy while sparking this bit of intrigue to the scent. Man, I love this stuff. I wore it to the office the other day. I only wore 4 sprays of this. It was Wednesday, in fact. It was the day before Thanksgiving. I put 4 sprays on. Man, I was smelling awesome all day. And the nice thing is this did garner attention from some of my coworkers and clients that were coming in and out of my office that day. Man, I smelled great, and I was liking the fact that other people were also enjoying the way that I smell. This is a very gentlemanly fragrance, okay? This does strike me as more of a masculine scent, is kind of what I was alluding to there, or getting to, if you will. But yeah, there's some old world goodness here, and I think what's doing that is that combo of patchouli and oak moss. I know when those notes are in fragrances and you see them in the base notes, the first thing that you may think of, which is the first thing that I had thought of before I tried this fragrance, is I thought of chypres, and my mind started kind of going in that, ooh, is this gonna be like a chypre? Kind of. It has those earthy qualities, but again, you have all those culinary spices that open up the fragrance that are pretty much the main star here. If you love spicy fragrances and you're looking for something a bit more interesting, unique, okay, but again, strong and powerful for this type of weather, make no mistake about it, this is definitely a great choice for you to sample, for you to get on your skin and try it. It is a beast mode monster of a fragrance. Less is going to be more with this one right here. Definitely worth a shot from Jensen Fragrances. This one again is called Clove of Old. Now we are going to talk about a cheapy gem, guys. If you've been holding off because you're not sure if the hype is real on this one or not, I'm here to tell you this is a certified banger of a scent from Mercedes-Benz. This is Mercedes-Benz Club Black. I love this stuff. It is phenomenal. It is very long lasting. I wouldn't quite call this a beast, but my God, man, it's long lasting. In the air, magic. Nobody will believe you when you tell them that this is a $49, $55 fragrance, whatever it's going for these days. I think I paid like $49 for my bottle here. Fantastic. I love this combination of incense, the spices, the vanilla. This is a perfect vanilla fragrance for a man that does not like the note of vanilla. What? Well, let me explain. You have the spices in here. You have the incense that adds like this cold feel. The incense is cold here. It adds this cold feel to it. And then you just have a light trace of vanilla. It's not heavy on the vanilla, nor is it overly sweet. Sure, it has this sugary vanilla type smell, but it's not overly sweet. Not as sweet as, say, like a Jean Paul Gaultier elixir, Le Male elixir, or say a Intensely, Stronger With You Intensely by Imperial Armani. It's not that, it's not even close to being that sweet. No, this one here is more so about the spices, about the incense, and then you have that nice lightly sweetened coat of sugary, like vanilla. I say sugary because I think of sugar granules, like texture is kind of the way that I smell the vanilla in here. It's not super prominent, it's just detectable and noticeable. It's enough for me personally when I don't want a sweet fragrance, but I'm craving vanilla, I pull for this one right here because it does just that. It quenches my vanilla craving while also not having me smell overly sweet. I hope all of that made sense, because as I'm thinking about it, kind of sounds like a jumbled mess. But if you've been around the channel for a long time here, that's what you would expect from me. Now, if you want an upgrade from this, you've already tried this, you're like, yeah, I've been there, done that. It's good, it satisfies me, but I'm looking for a bit more. You want to try Silky Woods from Goldfield and Banks. Guys, let me tell you, this is my #1 favorite fragrance from the brand. If you were to ask me, Dave, what are like one of the fragrances that you cannot live without, one of your very favorites when it comes to the cold weather, fall and winter, it's Silky Woods from Goldfield and Banks. I did a full review on this a couple of years back when it was launched, and man, I cannot get enough of the way this fragrance smells. Against the vanilla, you have cinnamon and a couple of other different spices there. You have tobacco, you have a bit of oud. So as you can see, there's a lot going on here. It's not just about the vanilla. However, I do find this to be a unisex scent. I think both sexes can wear this and enjoy it and love it, and I do. I really love this smell. It's not going to be as masculine smelling as Club Black, but if you're looking for a bit more complexity to your fragrance and you want a little bit of an increase there, a little bit of oomph in quality, you're going to get that with Goldfield and Banks Silky Woods. I love this. I much prefer this to the Flanker Silky Woods Elixir. I still, like I said, prefer this one better. This stuff is just fantastic, smells incredible, lasts all day long on skin. You spray this on your clothes, it'll be there the next day and maybe a couple of days after that, guys. If you had not tried this fragrance, you need to. This is one of the sexiest vanilla perfumes that is on the market and available today from a great niche brand, Goldfield and Banks. Definitely worth a sniff is Silky Woods from Goldfield and Banks. When this fragrance was released last year, I could tell like everybody was talking about this just for the clicks and the views, because nobody is talking about this fragrance anymore. But I'm here to tell you that I still love Dior Homme Parfum 2025. This is incredible. This one is mainly about iris, vanilla. You have a little bit of leather in here that kind of plays around, maybe even some vetiver in the base of the scent. I get a little aromatic touch, perhaps some lavender is in the mix as well. Yes, this is a common designer fragrance. Why do I love it so much? Because I love the utilization of iris. And when it comes to winter, I love combinations of iris and leather and iris and vanilla. I think MFK, Maison Francis Kurkdjian, well, it's actually, you would drop the Maison because we're not talking about the house of Francis Kurkdjian. So FK, Francis Kurkdjian, did a great job with this. I love this. This is fantastic. If you are avoiding this because you are afraid of there's a 50-50 split, either you're going to love it, you're going to hate, fuck all of it. Forget about love, forget about hate. Go try it for yourself. You make the decision. Don't ever listen to an influencer. Don't even ever listen to me. I'm just here to give recommendations. Then you can go sample, try the stuff. If you love it, great. If you don't, at least you tried and now you know. I'm telling you, don't avoid Dior Homme Parfum just because people hate it. I love this stuff. Still wear it to this day. It still smells incredibly fantastic. This lingers on skin forever, 10 to 12 hours plus. People always give me compliments when I wear this fragrance. It's just one of those compliment-inducing, head-turning type of fragrance that's strong, long-lasting, projecting. And yeah, guys, I can't say enough great things about this fragrance. I love it. Most importantly, I love the way it smells. That's why I'm here again this winter talking about it, guys. Dior Homme Parfum, absolutely freaking fantastic. Go check it out. This next fragrance that I'm going to share with you guys is hands down one of the sexiest perfumes that I have ever smelled in my life. This from Atelier Dior. This one is called Rouge Saray. Plums, dates, cinnamon, sandalwood, gaiac wood, in a little bit of Peru balsam for a balsamic touch. This is an elegant, sophisticated gourmand done to perfection. Matter of fact, I've told you guys this story before. My fiance is not a fan of overly sweet fragrances. They're too cloying for her, headache inducing, and she really doesn't like just overly sweet fragrances in general. But those are also some reasons why. Now, Thanksgiving Day, I put this on after I got out of the shower, I got dressed, came downstairs. She was like, wow, you smell fantastic. You've worn that fragrance before, but I can't quite, you know, I can't quite tell what it is. So I let her know what it was, grabbed the bottle, showed her. She was like, yeah, it smells great. So even, and the reason why I'm telling you that or sharing that story with you is because even for people like my fiance who are not a fan of overly sweet fragrances, enjoy this perfume because it's not overly sweet. Again, you have the Peru balsam for its balsamic touches. You have creamy sandalwood here, some gaiac wood. So there's other facets other than the sweetness that you're getting from the plum and from the dates. Overall, this is fantastic. It's lightly spiced as well. I forgot to add that. Yeah, just a wonderful fragrance. It does put me in the holiday mode. You know, it smells like a fragrance you would want to wear around the holidays, but nevertheless, guys, this is perfect for warm, cozy occasions. It's a sensual perfume, so you could definitely wear it for close encounters and things like that. This is one of those scents that is, it's long lasting on my skin. I get about 9 hours on my skin. It's not a super projector. It sits a little bit closer to the skin, but it is long lasting. And for that reason, it being a long-lasting perfume is why it made the list. Plus, it's perfect for wintertime. Again, Rouge Saray from Atelier. This next one right here, guys, I shared with you last winter. I don't think it made my top winter list, but I did share this one with you. If you are a fan of Myrrhe in fragrances, this is the creme de la creme right here from Welton, London. This is Mystique Myrrhe. This is an incredible, incredible fragrance because you, against that myrrhe resin, you have this bit of an incensey sort of smell. You're also going to get light nuances of these gourmand touches. You have vanilla in here, you have coffee, but then again, you have cocoa pod, which adds a light chocolate nuance. And you have a little bit of benzoin, which pairs really nicely with that myrrhe, and a light touch of leather. It's not, I wouldn't call this a leather fragrance or anything like that. It's just, it's a very complex perfume, and you get all these different nuances that hit you at all different points, you know? And I love its complexity. I love it for that. I love how the myrrhe is done in here. It's perfect. It is a perfect, you know, resinous, lightly gourmand, lightly woody and spicy fragrance. You could see it is a complex wear, and I just absolutely love this. This is going to be a little bit more formal. This strikes me as more of like a dressed up formal fragrance, which makes sense. When I, you know, smell this fragrance for the first time, I thought, wow, that is an extremely sophisticated perfume. Like that is dressed up, a black suit, crisp white t-shirt crisp white dress shirt underneath, and you're just looking great, feeling great, and why not smell great as well? Did I just resurrect Sebastian's old channel? Looking, smelling, feeling great, or whatever the hell it was called. But nevertheless, not to get off on a side tangent, but I just thought it was funny that I put those things together there. And shout out Sebastian, love the perfume guy. But guys, Welton, London, Mystique Myrrhe, if you haven't tried this fragrance, you owe it to yourself. Get a sample, get your nose on this. It smells that good, guys. A fragrance definitely worth trying. So go check it out. This fragrance right here could quite possibly be the most powerful fragrance on this list. Again, with another sophisticated fragrance. This one, Raw Gold by Thomas de Monaco. Wow, what a perfume. I'm gonna spray this. I love the smell of this fragrance. It opens up with a massive dose of Divana. Now, if you don't know about Divana creates like this whiskey-like effect. It's very boozy, very, very boozy. But in addition to that, in this fragrance here, you have some cedarwood, patchouli, a little bit of suede, vanilla, and saffron. Now, with the saffron, it's lightly spiced, but it also gives off this ever so slight leather feel, which pairs with the suede note very well, right? As we would expect. But this is a very strong, boozy, woodsy fragrance with this leather-like undertone. It is fantastic. It's lightly animalic, not too much, you know. For me, I'm not the biggest fan of animalics in my fragrances or animalic touches in my fragrances. This has the perfect dose of everything. It's the perfect amount of booziness, the perfect amount of earthy qualities, the perfect amount of these animalic touches. If you like your fragrances sophisticated with a little bit of growl, with a little bit of bite, Raw Gold from Thomas de Monaco is definitely going to satisfy that, you know, fragrance search that you've been searching for, okay? This stuff is incredibly powerful, so much so that if I'm wearing this on a date night, because sometimes I do pull this for date night, I'll wear a collared shirt, and on the inside of the collar, on my skin, my neck right here and here, my pulse points, 2 sprays. That's all I need. 2 sprays, trust me. When you spray yourself and you walk out of that room, you left a massive scent cloud wherever you just sprayed. There's a cloud here, massive. This is a very strong fragrance. I get all day on skin. When I wake up the next morning, I could still detect Raw Gold there. This stuff is incredibly powerful, incredibly great smelling as well. And if you are looking for those type of things, you like the way that I described the fragrance, and you like your fragrances powerful and just with brute force strength, something that'll definitely cut through winter, no problem, check out Raw Gold from Thomas de Monaco. We only have 3 fragrances with that, and I had to include one of the best tobacco fragrances on the market right now, at least for me, of course. This from Alghabra Parfum is called Cuban Tobacco. Cuban Tobacco. Have you guys tried this fragrance yet? If so, drop me some comments down below. This stuff, oh my God, this is awesome. This is like a gourmand tobacco fragrance. Sounds weird, but it's definitely true. You have this plum wine accord in here. You have vanilla. You have your tobacco in here as well. I also get this chocolate nuance that comes in on my skin. I don't know if you guys have been experiencing that, the ones that have tried this or not, but I definitely have. This is fantastic. It's super sensual, smells sexy. It's definitely a sexy perfume, one that I would like to pull for date nights. I need another whiff of this stuff, man. All day strong performer, cuts through the winter weather like nobody's business, and this is just awesome. I can't say enough great things about it. I was stunned. That was pretty much my reaction, speechless, when I first smelled this perfume. I couldn't believe how well composed and well put together this fragrance was, and I wasn't expecting it to be as gourmand as it is. You know, it's a very gourmand type of fragrance with the addition of tobacco in there. Just again, one of the sexiest tobacco fragrances and one of my very favorite tobaccos at the moment, Alghabra Parfum. And the thing that I like about this is the tobacco note here is of the earthy / herbaceous variety, and it adds a bit of this sophisticated touch to what otherwise would be just a very sweet perfume. So I love that contrast, guys. You have to try this if you have not tried this yet. Again, Cuban Tobacco by Alghabra Parfum. Second to last, let's talk about Tom Ford's Black Lacquer. In my opinion, this is one of the best Tom Ford releases in a very long time. I love this. It's so spicy, and it has this like resinous incense quality. In addition to that, you have some ebony wood, you have a dark peony accord, and you also have like this plasticky vinyl kind of an effect here, a little inky as well. This stuff is amazing, super unique, dark, bold, masculine type of fragrance. That's what it strikes me as. And this stuff, unlike what we've been seeing from Tom Ford, this one actually performs pretty well. I was, very surprised by that. I get somewhere between 8 and 10 hours on skin. Now, the whole time it's on me, it's not super projecting. It's not a beast mode type of scent, but it's very long lasting. This, and I said just a little while ago with Rouge Saray, the reason why I wanted to include this is because it's a long lasting fragrance. That's not something we really get from Tom Ford nowadays, not always at least. But with this one here, they really delivered both in scent profile, in performance. They nailed it. And now this smells like a Tom Ford should. This harkens back to the golden age of Tom Ford when their fragrances exploded, whether you were just a fan of designer fragrances or even if you were a niche fragrance fan, because in the end, this is still and always has been a designer house, right? But this harkens back to that era, the golden era, the early, you know, well, not early 2000s, but like that era between 2007 and 2010. Oh, God, this stuff is so good. Again, it's just very bold, dark, masculine, very interesting and unique perfume. This will grab people's attention. Reason being is they haven't quite smelled a fragrance like this, so it's very intriguing. And when fragrances are intriguing, they're the ones that are, at least in my experience, they are the ones that get people asking you those questions. Hey, what are you wearing? You smell really good. I like that. And as the wearer, your first instinct is to be like, really? I'm wearing this thing for me and you like it? But, you know, all kidding aside, that is the type of effects that I've had while wearing this fragrance out and about. You know, people wanted to stop me, ask me what I am wearing. And to me, it's because of that intrigue factor. It's very interesting, again, very unique, and it just draws people in. I love that. And for all of it, especially if you like dark, bold perfumes that are a bit unique, especially in the designer realm, not really getting too much unique fragrances lately, but this one, definitely one of the unique ones, Black Lacquer from Tom Ford. This last fragrance I saved for last for two reasons, okay? Number one, selfish, I know, but this is one of those fragrances, just like I said about Silky Woods a little while ago. This is one of those fragrances when it comes to fall, wintertime weather, I cannot live without, absolutely cannot. The second reason is for you, because if you are looking for a signature scent to rock all fall, or for the rest of fall and all winter long, it's this one right here. It's Jubilation 40. Jubilation 40 is the very reason why I do not own Jubilation 25, because I really don't need it now. This does everything that Jubilation 25 does, except this one is a bit more thick, heavy, and dense wearing on the skin. It's not as loud as Jubilation 25 in my experience. However, this one performs a hell of a lot longer. I'm getting anywhere between 12 and 15 hours on skin. This is a sensual perfume. It's going to have you smelling very rich, very wealthy, and that's the type of person I picture when I think of somebody wearing this fragrance, somebody of wealth and just that type, you know, it's kind of like a status symbol, right? It's like a Ferrari or Mercedes-Benz or whatever have you. And this fragrance here, it's fruity, it's lightly resinous, it's smoky, it's just a beautiful scent. You have blackberry and blackcurrant here, along with a bit of rosemary. Then you have some frankincense, myrrhe, popanax, cedarwood, and gaiac wood as well. So yeah, overall guys, this stuff is just amazing and definitely a must try for the cold fall and then for the remainder of winter. Jubilation 40 is a must try, guys. And with that, that is the end of my list. I hope you enjoyed these 10 picks. The ultimate fragrance list right here that I gave you today on YouTube to have you smelling amazing all winter long. And all of these fragrances are going to cut through that winter cold weather. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Until we see each other again, which again will be very soon, I want you to take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.